Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela and I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome to what to call it, pattern release day, I suppose. Now let's go and hit them titles and I will explain more in a moment. Right, so a pattern release day. Now this is for a pattern that has been released only on the Ravelry shop. I'm sorry to say it will not be a tutorial on the channel because it's just too big and too long. But it's a pattern release for, of course, the Crazy Cat Lady jumper. Yay, finally! I've got through writing up this pattern. Oh, it was a monster, but that's because I'm dyslexic. It is not because the pattern is dodgy. It's because when I read it, I sit there and go, is that meant to be round that way? And I'm always constantly I'm trying to second guess myself, so I have to take regular steps back to ensure that it's eligible to everybody. So without further ado, let me say thank you ever so much to my gorgeous testers. We have got Sabrina Melliger. Here is a photo of her finished work. We also have our cheeky Amigurumi Ninja. Now she done absolutely amazing. This is the first item of clothing that she's made previously, like to fit rather than just a shawl or a hat. And she did absolutely brilliantly, pointing out quite a few different problems within the written pattern. It wasn't the pattern itself, it was just the way I'd written it. But once we got past that, it was brilliant. She ran with it, and look at this, it's absolutely stunning. And finally, my third. Now this is a super duper surprise. I am so chuffed that this gorgeous creator has finally got around to making one of my patterns. It is our cheeky, you ready, drum roll, Courtney at Fiberfox Studios. Now Courtney decided that she wasn't going to do the rim around the neck, this little section here, because for her it will make it a bit warmer than what she needs, because of course she lives somewhere where it's hot most of the time, or at least when she would be wearing the jumper it would make her boil. So she hasn't done it, but oh my gosh, these photos are stunning. So thank you ever so much to all of my testers for helping me out with this one and making sure that my pattern was eligible. You are superstars. Right, okay, so let's talk a little bit about this pattern. Now this one is of course my first jumper that I've made myself from my own pattern straight away. Right, so it is worked from the base up, okay, in a one big chunk that wraps all the way around you, because I'm lazy and I hate seaming anything, so why bother? Okay, so we are making it from the bottom up. Okay, then we separate, do a little bit of math, and we separate the sections so that we have a back panel and two front panels that we fold around. Then we hem up, we hem the tops, so there is a little bit but not a lot. Okay, and then we tackle them their sleeves with a nice chunky ribbed section here. Okay, and we work from the bottom all the way up. So at this point there are a couple of different places where you can change the pattern around a little bit to make it the length you want. That's from the booby down. Okay, and the same with the sleeves, you can shorten them like Courtney has done. So within your written pattern you're going to be getting links to little tutorials that show you how to do your cat stitch, recognise it, how to do the stitch for the cuffs as well, and a few other hopefully helpful links that will take you through to different things that you're going to need to know for this pattern if you don't already know how to do it. You also have a section that is for the maths, where it explains to you your lengths, your widths and everything else, so that you can sit there and work out with your little swatch sample how big your cats are and how wide your project will need to be so it goes around you, and then of course how many rows you are going to need to do to make it fit. And then of course the maths for the separation from under the armpits, and of course the extra bit that you're going to need to cover your arms. Okay, so that is all in there. Now you have the opportunity to use, of course, whatever yarn or weight you want to do, and that's why I've written the pattern the way that I have. It's so that if you are like me and you use a DK weight yarn, it will look something like this. If you're using an Aran weight yarn or a 4 weight, it's going to look something a bit more like our Amigurumi Ninja, because of course she used a thicker yarn, and you could even go thicker than that so that your cats are massive, so then your jumper will only take you 12 minutes to make rather than a good few hours. But as I said, this pattern is so lovely, and once you know how to do this cat stitch, you're going to zoom backwards and forwards without even realizing it. So personally, as I think it's a lovely pattern, but then hey, I created it, so it flipping well should be. So of course there is all the information within the pattern on how you can adjust to do it so that it sits on you the way that you like. Now personally, I love the pattern, and I will probably end up making a couple more of them because I do like them, but the only yarn I've got at the moment that's lots of is mint green, so I won't be making another one for a while now, will I? Anyone that has watched the channel recently will know about me and my mint green saga and how I used to love the colour but now I don't. But anyway, getting back to the jumper, the pattern is available over on the Ravelry shop. Okay, it is normal price is going to be $4.99, but today and for the rest of this month, if you use the code up here, which I haven't decided yet, so yeah, copy the code there, and if it's not there, it will be in the description box down below. So if you copy the code here, it's actually in the description box, make it easier for you to copy and paste, and you use that over on the Ravelry shop. I'm going to be giving you a 20% off of all patterns at this moment in time by using the code CRAZYCATS. Simples. So that is every pattern that's over there, whether it be for the jumper, whether it be for them cheeky wine boxes. Got to get ready for that Christmas in July fairies, and of course Christmas itself. So don't forget there is also a Santa version of that one. Or of course we have got the C2C blankets and the normal blankets. Okay, there are other things and not just corner to corner over on the Ravelry shop. So pop over, there will be a link in the description box down below, and there will also be a link over on the end, the last little section of this video that will take you over to the shop so you can have a nose and you can choose the patterns that you'd like to purchase. So fingers crossed at least one of you will buy this pattern so I know it was worth it, and make it up and then send me a photograph so I can show it on a future Whips, Bits and Chat. Right, that is it for me for today. I will see you all really soon, so if you can, please stay in, definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now everybody.